gift and expects something in return. A man twice her age who offers her money when her family cannot afford her sanitary pads or basic needs. An uncle's friend who visits her home a little too often. She has heard the warnings before. She has sat through lessons on HIV and pregnancy before. Yet somehow, for too many girls like her, nothing changes. Until one day, someone stops. Someone sits with her, not to lecture her, but to listen. Someone tells her that her dreams matter, that her body is hers, that she's not alone. They shift from talking at our children to sitting with them, from warning them to walking with them. That is what brings us here today. Because sometimes our children do not need another warning. They need someone to walk with them. And that person must be all of us. I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency President William Ruto, who holds the children and the young people of this nation close to his heart. He commends the county government of Homabay, the Ministry of Health, NCDCC, the Department of Children's Services, the Ministry of Education, our development partners, and every parent, teacher, and community leader who has chosen to stand with our children. And to the young people who have spoken today, I want to say something very simply. I heard you. I heard your courage, resilience, and hope. To the young mothers who have returned to school, like Frida Olo, thank you for being brave enough to share your story. That was deeply moving. Your story did not end when you became a mother. You have gone back to school, and your aspiration to become a doctor will come to pass. Keep dreaming and keep believing. Ladies and gentlemen, a mother's instinct is to protect. And as your champion, my commitment is to make sure the challenges facing you are not ignored. So let us speak honestly. According to the National Syndemic Disease Control Council data, Homabay carries one of the highest HIV burdens in the country, with prevalence estimated at 11.6%. Adolescent pregnancy remains a serious challenge, and sexual and gender-based violence continues to threaten the safety and future of our children. Too many cases of abuse against our children still go unreported, unspoken, and unpunished. Behind every number is a young person, a daughter, a son, a future. And when we look at the issue that way, we begin to understand what is really at stake. We cannot keep asking, what is wrong with our children? We must ask, what are we as adults doing to protect them? Because a child who is vulnerable to exploitation does not need our judgment. They need protection. A young person who is afraid to seek help does not need shame. They need a safe place to return. And a girl whose education is at risk does not need us to tell her that she has failed. She needs someone willing to fight for her future.